All right, Pet Man Matt Mark on the varsity here with Hopewell Titans head coach Jamelle Byrd.
Yes, sir.
Coach, talk to me a little bit about yourself and your coaching background.
Yes, sir. So got started in 2009 at West Mick when Mark Harmon was there. I came out, just started helping out, coaching linebackers and whatnot. And, I just kind of kept coming back every day. And, I fell in love with coaching pretty much. And 2010, Bobby Collins, a lot of people know in this area, he got the Huff job. And he offered me the opportunity to come help him out and start that program. So it was all downhill from that point. I was at Huff for 5 years. Came with the Hardin for 2 years. Was with Sam Griner, and I was with West Meck last year with Jarvis Davis. So, and now I'm here at Hopewell as the head coach. So that's sort of my background. So I kind of got into coaching just by accident, I tell people, but I love it. It's so fun, man. So fulfilling, So
Good, excellent. Talk to me about your coaching philosophy and where it came from.
Man, my philosophy, it took me a while to like really figure out, okay, what's the best way? What way am I comfortable with coaching? How do I want to coach? How do I want to relay a message? This and that. The biggest thing is honesty. I figured out, with especially with kids. Because kids can kind of tell when you're being fake. They can tell. They can see through it. So honesty is a big thing with me. Being transparent with kids, let them know, hey, you need to work on this, you need to do that. Discipline. Discipline's paramount in life. So football is such a disciplined game. So I'm big on honesty. Discipline. Accountability. Because you want to be able to be counted on. This is the greatest team game there is.
Right.
If 10 guys are doing their job and one isn't, a play doesn't work a lot of times. So
Amen.
Accountability is a big thing with me. And that's something we're trying to bring back here. And probably just toughness, and not toughness. Not just physical toughness, but mental toughness. And when I say mental toughness, like having the mental toughness to strain yourself and persevere and push through adversity. Because I think that's something that a lot of young people struggle with, especially in today's era. I don't know what it is, but having that mental toughness just to push through adversity. And bad things that happen in life, that's how life goes, but you got to be able to persevere and push through if you want to be successful. Successful people, you look at anybody successful, they probably have some mental toughness about themselves.
Exactly.
So that's pretty much my philosophy for the most part.
I like that a lot, Coach.
Thank you.
What's the best game you've ever coached in?
Best game I ever coached in. That's a good question, man. There's been some fun ones. Man, top of my head, probably top of my head, I'd probably say when we were at Huff, and probably Huff, it was 2013, I think it was. I think it was 2013. It was 2012, 2013. I can't remember what year. When Lorenz Bryant was still advanced.
Oh, yeah.
First conference game. We were supreme underdogs. Like, nobody gave us a fighting shot in that game. And, we didn't play the best on defense. We played good. Lorenz Bryant was a Army All-American for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
So we didn't play the best that game. But it came down to literally the last drive of the game, and I remember Bobby saying he went over to our quarterback at the time, Josh Stilley, and said to him, like, hey, Stilley, what you think? And Stilley was just kind of like, man, I think we're going to go win the game. So it was kind of nice, to see him just drive us downfield, man. I remember Nick Burrow made a phenomenal catch on the sideline. That was real controversial, but phenomenal catch on the sideline. We run in from the 1 yard line. We get a big conference win versus Vance, and I remember we were on the front page of the Observer, and it was like, Huskies get a late miracle and whatnot. I don't want to call it a miracle because we felt like we could win, but that was probably one of the more funner games just because of the up and downness and the mood swings, and it was like we were up, then we were down, we were up. So it's not fun maybe in the moment.
I know what you mean.
But you look back and you're like, man, that was a great game, to be a part of, because it it was such a milestone for our program at that time. Like, we were a young program, and that was probably a very significant win that helped set the tone for the rest of the year for us in that. And we went on to win like 8 games that year, made the playoffs. Ran into a buzzsaw of West Meck that year, I remember. And Sean Wilson and Van Smith and them guys. But that was definitely probably top of my head. I can think of that one for sure.
Oh yeah, that was a good one, man.
Yes, sir.
Back to Hopewell. Talk to me about your team goals for this upcoming season.
Yeah, sir. Our team goals, we try not to talk about too much about like results oriented stuff.
Right.
Because we're rebuilding. We're a young program by the kids in our program. We got a lot of sophomores and juniors mainly. So for us, it's not so much about the results based. Get 10 wins, all that stuff.
Yeah.
We've just been trying to focus these guys every day on getting better. I know it sounds cliche, whatever, but it's really the truth. Yeah. It's really the truth, but we're just trying to focus on getting better every single day. And our motto is, we call it trust the process right now.
Yeah.
And that's what the process is. It's an everyday approach and understanding, hey, how am I going to get myself better today? What do I got to do today to be better than I was yesterday? So, a lot of people say it, but it's truly the way we're trying to approach things, and we've been approaching things. I tell them all the time, like, we can't focus on, trying to make the playoffs and all that stuff right now. All we can focus on right now is, if we got hang clean, focus on these hang cleans right now. When we're inside drilling practice, focus on that. So it's really the best approach, but it's tough. It's a tough approach because you're trying to mold young minds to think this way, and it's tasking, but it's fun because I think we're getting to that point where we're understanding, hey, every day is a new opportunity for me to get better and attack the day per se. So
good, excellent. Some players we can look out for this year for the Titans.
Yes, sir. Offensively, Ernest Davis, running back, man, and Ernest is. He's like the he's the epitome of like those throwback players, like he reminds me of like a Jared Nagy type. Not the biggest guy, not the strongest guy, not the fastest guy, but man, he's such a grinder, man, such a grinder. Like I don't think I don't never hear him complain. Like I've never heard him complain. He doesn't talk a whole lot, but he grinds, man. He's one of the hardest working guys on the team, if not the hardest working guy on the team. And, I think he's going to have a big year if if we're able to do what we want to do offensively. Right. I think he'll be able to have a decent year. And he's a big part of this team, and I think he's going to be a big part of success.
Okay.
Another guy on offense, Ricardo Stitt. He's a wide receiver. And Ricardo, man, it's been great to watch his transition, his evolution since I got here. Because when we came in, you could tell he was a guy. He was a little jaded by the way things had been around here. You got a coaching change every year and things like that. And it's amazing to see how a kid can start to evolve when he knows that you're invested in him, and he starts to get some confidence about himself, get some swagger about himself. And, man, he's been playing lights out at wide receiver for us. So we're really excited about him as well. Another young gun I'm really excited about, Julian Gray. He'll be a sophomore for us. Another really good wide-out track guy. Runs 200 meters, is on our 4x1 teams, on our 4x2 team. Like, he does it all. But he's another guy I'm really excited about, and he just came up here. His family moved up here from the Rock Hill area. Okay. And he's another guy I'm excited about. Jalen Jones, another wideout. He's returning. He'll be a senior. He's also started on the basketball team. Okay. Supreme athlete. Can play some free safety. Very vocal guy for us. So those are 3 on offense. Defensively, guy I'm excited about is Xavier Gaddy. I almost call him his nickname. Everybody calls him Zabo. I don't know where they get that from. But he plays outside linebacker DN for us, and he's just a dog, man. Like he just got that dog mentality that you like to have. And, he's got swagger about himself. We had some run-ins early on. We had to calm him down a little bit.
I understand.
it's been good. His transition's been good. Cornerback Jalen Vines, another guy, senior. I'd say Jalen's very cerebral. Like, I get 100 questions from Jalen about, alignment and things like that. But I like it because it lets me know he's thinking and he's engaged, because he's really like concerned about, hey, coach, how do we align to this? How are we going to align to that? Well, what leverage should I play here? Like, he's really cerebral in that way. So he's a guy. Jabari Brown and Trayvon Richardson, my two safeties, are two other guys really excited about. They'll be sophomores, but very, very hard-working guys. They really are taking ownership in the defense, and as sophomores, that's a tough task. It's a tough task, but they're really relishing that role. Like, hey, this is our new team. This is our defense. It's up to us. So those are guys I think off the top of my head.
All right, good, excellent. Last question: what's the best thing about coaching in Charlotte?
The easy answer is Charlotte. Charlotte's a great city to live in. I think the best thing probably about coaching Charlotte, man, the competition. There's nobody. On any given week, anybody can beat anybody. Sometimes in Charlotte,
most definitely.
There's so much competition. It's such a big city. It's. Even though it's not like some place where everything's just super spread out, but it's so many schools, so many different programs, so much talent running around. Every school has somebody that can play college ball, or a few guys that can play college ball, and just good athletes, and the competition, man. I mean, you look at our conference, for example.
That's
we had 3. Yeah, hey man, this is the SEC. I don't care what nobody say. This conference is like SEC. Like, you look at my conference schedule, man. It's like it's like playing the SEC week to week. You look at that conference, but you had 3 teams right here that all made the regionals, like out of one city. Like that's crazy to think of. And every year you got. I don't know 10 or 12 teams that make the playoffs. Like, so
easily,
that's probably the best thing. And yes, it's a big city, so you kind of expect that, but still, it's a lot of competition here, man. Like, and no disrespect like to the rest of the state, but I don't think it's a coincidence that consistently there's Charlotte schools always in the state title. I don't think that's an accident at all. So
exactly,
that's probably the best thing, man. Just the competition here.
Cool. Well, Coach, we definitely appreciate it, man. It's a pleasure coming up here and seeing all the progress. There's a lot of good things going on.
I'm sorry it looks so crazy, but a lot of renovations going on. They're doing the gym floor. They're moving all that old equipment and stuff. Like, I hate it looks bad, but it's a good reason why it looks like that.
Yeah, and we're gonna see this weight room in a little bit too.
Absolutely,
I'm excited to see that.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, thanks, Coach. We appreciate the time, man.
Appreciate you.